Hey guys, Sid from Sid's Trains here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Lionel MPC Chessie System Steam Special Set. So for those who did not watch my Christmas video, I got my brother this Lionel Chessie System Berkshire for Christmas this year, and he'd always wanted this engine, and it was at my local train store for a while. And I decided this Christmas to get it for him, and I gave him that for Christmas. But then, for his birthday, I then got him the 6 passenger cars to go with it. They're just basic Lionel Madison cars. They do have 6-wheel die-cast trucks, but they are just baby Madison cars. But it's just this whole set here, and I'm going to be showing you some stuff I've done to it, some little features about it, and then I'll be running it around for a little. So starting out with the engine, this is just a basic Lionel die-cast Berkshire. They've been making these for years. I'm going to pull another one that I have up here. This is a Lionel 736 Berkshire from the post-war era, and as you can see, these are identical. The only difference is the chassis has a different paint scheme to it, but they've been making this style of Berkshire for years, and it's just the same as this, and I just wanted to point that out. And I'd also like to clarify that this was made during the MPC era, so around the 70s and the 80s. I don't quite remember the exact year on this set, but I do know that it was during the MPC era. Some other facts about this engine. It has the Lionel Mighty Sound of Steam and the electronic whistle. It has a mechanical E-unit. It has puffing, smoke, and a Pullman motor in it. It also has very good magnet traction. If I were to set this down onto the track and then try and lift it up, I have to take a little force to lift it up. It is definitely adhered to the track with the magnet traction. That's a feature of Lionel trains. They don't do it anymore, but it was that a magnet that was gave magnetism to the wheels and then allowed for better traction on the rails. Now what I'm going to show you is some work I've done on the inside of the tender with the Mighty Sound of Steam system. So here's the inside of the tender, and from the factory, this board would have been on top of a little piece of foam, and when I got this engine, that foam had degraded over the years, and if I were to have turned the engine on with the power connected with all these wires here, it would have shorted out and probably fried this entire board. So what I have done is put a layer of blue tape to insulate this board from the metal frame, so it won't ground out and short out. And then I've added a layer of sticky tape so then it stays on and doesn't move around. And that fixed the problem of the board shorting out and frying. I've also worked on the speaker a little. I put some vinyl tape in between the speaker and this plastic frame, and that allows so the speaker does not rattle as much, and it gives you a better sound. You can also use these little pods right here on the inside to adjust the pitch of the whistle and some of the chuffing. I've got it right where I want it to be, and it works a lot better than it did when I got it. Also, originally this engine only came with one wire from the engine to the tender. I've added 2 more, as the ground and center rail pickup on this tender did not work very well. So now it has good ground and center rail pickup connection, and it now works perfectly with no cutting out of the sounds. So now I'm going to put the shell back on the tender, and then we'll move on to the passenger cars. So moving on to the passenger cars now, these are just standard Lionel baby Madison cars. They do have 6-wheel die-cast trucks, as I said before, unlike some that would have the plastic trucks. But they are very nice. The paint scheme on them is very good. I like the striping on the side and the blue accents. The set was sold with 4 cars originally, and then there were 2 add-on cars. The original set was the baggage car here in the front, the 2 coach cars in the center, and then the observation car all the way on the end. And then the add-on cars were the combination car, and then the second to last car, which is the diner car. These are very good cars, and we're going to take a look at each individually, and then we will run this set around for a little. So before we take a look at each car individually, I would like to mention something that all of these cars have. They all have the 6-wheel die-cast trucks, and they all have a pickup roller on one truck for the lighted interiors, and there are 2 light bulbs on the inside. But other than that, each car is slightly different. This first car is a baggage car, as it has the double baggage doors here and then a single door here. Let me move this closer. Right here we have the Chessie Steam Special logo, and then in the center of each car we have the number, and in this case this first one is 9581. Moving down, we have the combination car. This car is similar to the coach cars, but it has a additional baggage door and a small window here. On each end of the car it has molded in doors. They do not open. It has molded in steps, and then there's windows down here, and then in the center there's the road number, which is 9582. So here's the first coach car. Like the combination car, it has molded in doors on each end which do not open. It has a road number in the center, which is 9583. It has the Chessie Steam Special logo down here, and it also has molded in steps. And another thing that I really like about these cars is, as I stated before, the great paint job. The nice gray roof and then the striping on the side makes these cars look really good with the Chessie System Berkshire. Here is the second coach car. It is almost identical to the last coach car, except for the fact that this one has a different road number, which is 9584. Next we have the diner car. And unlike the rest of the cars, it does not have steps or doors on each end. It is a car that people will just walk through, but it is still a good-looking car. Some features about it is that it has these nice 3 vents on top that would be probably letting out fumes and smoke from the kitchen. And like the rest, it has the Chessie System Special logo on the end here, and then the road number 9586 in the center. Finally, we have the observation car. It is just like the coach cars, except on one end it has this observation deck, which is very good looking. And you could put people in here and other things. And there's also a coupler on the end, which is nice if you were wanting to do some shunting operation. But like the rest, it has a molded in door down here with the steps. It has the Chessie Systems Steam Special logo and the road number 9585 in the center. So now that we've taken a good look at some of the details and some of the features of this set here, now let's take it around the layout for a little and listen to the sounds as well. So as you can see, this is a great running and great looking set. I just love the Chessie System paint scheme, and I also love the mighty sound of steams and electronic whistle. Some don't like the old electronic whistle and mighty sound of steam, And if you don't, you just don't have to use them. You just don't have to connect the wires, and you can just run the engine and have it smoke and have the light on. Overall, I just really like this set, mainly because the paint scheme, and I like the fact that Lionel used the old style Berkshire, because I just think they're a good rugged engine that just runs forever and just works really well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos, and as always, like, subscribe, comment below, and tell others about the channel. I'm Sid, and I'll see you next time, guys.